Hi guys, it's Thelightchrissy here from Thelightchrissy Reads Tarot, and I am here to do a reading for September 1st through 15th for the sign of Scorpio. So if you're a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, this is the reading for you, okay? So, of course, all readings can't possibly resonate with every single person, so take what resonates and leave behind what does not. Also, make sure to check out the other videos for your moon and your rising sign as well to see if those resonate, okay? I am available for one-on-one readings. That information will be down below, as well as the information to be able to donate to my channel. I would really, really appreciate that, okay? So, without further ado, we're going to get into the reading. Call in angel spirit guides and the collective energy of Scorpio for the time period of September 1st to 15th. Alright, so we're going to start off with an animal spirit from the Wild Unknown Oracle deck. Animal spirit card, I'm sorry. Look at me with this shuffling. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get it right. Alright. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what's going on in the world of... Alright. What energy do we have here? The dragon. Okay, so this is a period of understanding your willpower and learning that wherever you set your energy and you set your intention is what will prosper, what will grow. Wherever you put your energy is what will manifest in this lifetime. And I think that with this, you're coming into this realization of that you are in control of your own destiny. Okay, there's not anyone who can tell you that you can't make it there. There's not anyone that can put you off your path. There's not any mistake or anything that you can make that would not have you to be in alignment with greatness, unless you choose to not be. So this is all about where your attention is focused. What are you focused on? Are you focused on success, joy, happiness in your life? Or are you focusing your energy on more of the things that you don't want, like negativity, loss, and sometimes we create these fears inside of ourselves that kind of keep on replaying situations that we've been through over and over, where maybe they didn't work out. And you guys are kind of, you guys are kind of good at that, like digging deep in and storing the memories from an emotion, to be able to tap back into it whenever you need to. But it's not enough to just put those things away in like a closet and just kind of wait around, not knowing when, being a ticking time bomb. Some of you guys are starting to open your eyes up to see that is counterproductive for you to not deal with things as they come. So I see some of you guys going in from August to September, really, really focusing in on your own inner power and really, really changing the direction of your ship. What's funny is that this energy right here is kind of reminding me of the Chariot energy, and I literally just pulled a card for myself before I started the reading, and I got the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. So this is all about being driven. This is all about being focused. This is like this inner victory where you're starting to find balance inside of yourself, and because of that, you're starting to have a different outlook on life, and you're starting to see things in a more clear, more high vibration kind of view. Okay. And I think that what maybe you realize is that it's always kind of been there. That's always kind of been an option. I just maybe think that sometimes with our subconscious maybe clouds us on being able to kind of see that, during some of the darker times, during some of the times where you are lacking, where you are by yourself, where you are alone, where you're not dealing with people, and where you maybe not be surrounded by the validation that you need to let you know that you're on the right track. But it doesn't mean that that moment does not exist, because if you can see it for yourself one time, then it's a reality. You've already created that space in the universe for that to come. All there is to do after that. Sorry, guys. All there is to do after that is to just put yourself in alignment with what it is that you want. And if we want to be in a happy place, then we have to have happy thoughts. And I know that sounds very cliche and very simple, but it's totally true. It's not to push away the thoughts that aren't negative, because that creates this resistance to what you're supposed to feel and learn. So you are to let emotions flow through you and you to keep your eyes focused on where it is that you want to go as they flow through. Because even in the midst of those things, they just prove to be an illusion. They're an illusion, because they're going to tell you you'll never make it. They're going to tell you you'll never be there. They're going to tell you you're going to be all alone. You'll never find that relationship. You'll never have that abundance in your life. But you have to say, yes, I hear you, subconscious, telling me these things. However, I'm choosing to stay focused on this. And let's just take a chance on it, because anything is better than that emotion of being in that space. So we're just going to take a chance. So this is you moving through, and the power of the dragon is powerful. It's a fierce animal. It commands, it demands, you know, it demands attention. It's a presence, it's an energy, it's very majestic, it's very regal, and this is how you're moving forward in the month of September. So very, very good starting off the month here, moving in that energy. And I'm going to pull from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. It's one of my favorite decks. These two decks actually I've been using for almost 2 years, and I am in love with these decks. They're just like my favorite little card deck. So we're going to see here what other messages Spirit has for you guys at this time. That's very, very good. Everything is coming into balance. I'm looking at that card and I'm kind of seeing, anytime I see rainbow, anytime you guys see rainbow, think about your chakras being in alignment. And that's where we see rainbows. They're a reminder of the balance and the harmony that we can have with all parts of ourselves, okay? Each part of itself standing individually in its own power. And when I look and think things like that, you know, these every chakra has its positive emotions when it's, you know, when it's free flowing, and they have their negative ones. And there's this thing about you accepting the things that are negative, not to say that they can't be changed, but accepting things as they are, seeing things as they are, opening up yourself to that so that you can be able to change them. Because if you don't have an accurate depiction of what is currently going on in your environment, then there's no way that you can see yourself into something different. So this is where you're starting to do that. And also too, I'm looking at it here, and this is all about balancing your ego. And when we're talking about ego, I'm talking about the inner child part of us, that, you know, what the inner child is responsible for doing is to keep us here safe on earth. It's our protection. It's the mask that we wear while we're here. Of course we can't just be, hey, I'm light, my name is light, you know, I'm God. Of course we can't say that, right? Or be that, but it is inside of us. But the ego is the mask that we wear to be able to identify with other people. And sometimes the ego can be a little scared of leaving a space that it's already familiar with, because it wants comfort, it wants to be secure at all times. And its whole point is to warn you of danger. It's supposed to talk to you. So the thing is, when you understand the language of what your emotions are trying to tell you, then you know how to move. So fear may not necessarily mean don't do it. Fear might mean that it's just something greater on the other side than what you can see in your perspective right now. So it's just that spirit's way of trying to tell you that. But if you allow it to overtake the situation, then you'll kind of be stuck in with the fear, you know, which is, you know, not really what you're looking for or what you want. Okay. Another card we have here, trust, right? So you're starting to trust these emotions, and from that, this is the Fool card. This is a new beginning on the horizon, because you're starting to do that. You see how this person is kind of focusing upwards. They're focusing their attention upwards towards the light, towards positivity. And this is you releasing yourself from the things that have been holding you, and just kind of just jumping out there into abundance, into prosperity, into love, into joy. This is you changing your perspective and looking upwards and lifting your vibration into a new place. And it's all because you're starting to trust what your emotions are trying to trust, that your emotions are valid. And what I mean by that is you're starting to understand that that you're supposed to feel, these things are supposed to happen. You're supposed to feel this way about these certain things. These are rites of passage to be able to get here. The number one is understanding and trusting them. So what I'm meaning by that, just to kind of break that down to you, is not pushing it off, saying I shouldn't feel like this, right? That's one extreme of it. But the other extreme of it is saying is also taking what your emotions are telling you is truth, right? So it's you trusting inside of yourself, that inner voice, that intuition, to be able to know when to move and how to move. And I see you kind of winning the battle over ego. This says right here, balancing ego out, okay? Seeing one most true self. So you see what I'm saying? You're coming into this knowing of yourself, that the power for change really just, you know, is It is within you. You guys are, Scorpio is the sign of rebirth. You know, one of your cards in the tarot deck is the death card. So it's all about this regeneration, this rebirth, this new beginning, this new starts, and the ability to be able to create change more easily than any other sign. You guys are able to shift into a new perspective and recreate yourself at any given moment. And I think for some of you at some point, you guys have lost, have kind of maybe have kind of got a little, you know, a little away from understanding that that is a part of your power that makes you super special in the grand scheme of things. So, you know, I see this coming in September, but there's also this new opportunity because you're seeing yourself this way. There's also this opportunity that's going to come along, and I kind of feel like maybe you're going to feel like it's something that's too good to be true, with the trust card here. Because it's something you've never done before, okay? So it's going to be a great test of this right here. It's time to put that baby on the road. So this is what I kind of tell people when Spirit teaches you a lesson. We're like, yay, I learned the lesson. And then it's like, boom, here's another test. Let's see if you can do it while moving, okay? Because some of these skills that we're learning from Spirit, like this, balancing the ego, they're not meant to be something that keeps you set in one place. Like, oh, I'll learn this and sit right here and just see everything. No, it's meant for you to keep on pushing through your path, trusting and seeing those things, but ignoring them. I kind of see these little lights, like these are the emotions, and anyone that comes, you're still ascending upwards, right? You're kind of like focusing your attention on what your intuition is telling you. Not saying that you're ignoring your emotions completely. You're acknowledging them, but you're not allowing. I'm saying at 11:11. So you're acknowledging them, but you're not allowing them to take over your power. So definitely coming into your power. All right. Next card here, opportunity beckons. So you see, there's something that comes along here in the month of September, that you're gonna have to really trust in, right? Look at you. I kind of see you like, is this real? Is this, is this real? Should I go? But once again, the sign is always a sign of intuition. So this is where you are trusting your intuition despite what you see. Once again, you see this man kind of not looking up. This is you kind of not focusing on, look, all those little lights. Once again, even though those are stars, I'm kind of getting at as these little nudges from your emotional, from your ego, right? And then here's the moon. It's still kind of bigger than the stars, so you're still kind of following that. And because of that, you don't even see the world of opportunity that comes in because you're in that place, right? The four. Let me see something. I think. Let me make sure. Change your focus. Okay. Yeah, so this is the Four of Cups. So, sorry, sometimes I get mixed up on the colors because this is a regular deck, but I always mess up the colors because the colors are what signifies what suit it is. So this is the Four of Cups. So yeah, so this is where at a period in time where you really did not see what the universe had to offer you. So, this could be something coming back up that you didn't, that at one point in time you were really, really hoping for and expecting, and then all of a sudden, you didn't get it or it didn't turn out that way or whatever. And it's because of the fact that your vibration has raised that this opportunity may come in again. I'm kind of feeling that. So if it's been something like a job or something like that, maybe if it's been something that you were disappointed that you didn't get, this would be a good opportunity for you to go ahead and try it again. For some of you, that's very specific. But if there were like a job or something that you were turned down for, this would be a good time for you to try and go ahead and do it again. This is a better opportunity than it was for the first time. And then some of you are kind of getting that message. Should I try this again, or should I try to do that again? I'm a flight attendant when I'm not doing this currently. And some people ask me all the time, well, how can I get on? How can I become a flight attendant? And, me and my friends, and I don't know how true this is because it may not be true, but me and the other people that I've graduated, to become a flight attendant with, we're just like, everyone had to try a couple of times to be able to get it. So you've applied for, usually nobody that you talk to ever just became it on the first round of applying. So it takes a couple of times, I don't know if they're doing that to try to see if you're, to see if you really want it, but I kind of got that feeling with here. That's why I brought up that story. That is something like that, where if you try again, I don't know if it's someone wanting to see how much you really want it. So if this is like a relationship and you're trying to, you may have, I don't know, may have like been at fault for, not at fault, but maybe you feel blame or self-blame for the reason why it didn't go the way that it should, and maybe the person maybe not didn't accept your apology. Are you talking to them? This is saying that if you really want that to be healed, if you're feeling this nudge to go ahead and to try again with whatever this is just this energy of try again. Whatever it is that you've been focused on, that you kind of have put on the back burner, it's saying to try again. So this is the ultimate goal for that. I actually want to name this reading Try Again. Okay, dust yourself off and try again. But this is the opportunity beckons card right here. So I just wanted to show you this right here. So this is what this is in a normal tarot deck. And you see how this opportunity has always been there, right? It's always, the universe is always offering this to you. But when you focus on the things that are not going right, and kind of, this is where you're kind of wanting to change everything around you and not not yourself. So it's like, if you want peace, right, you're just going to use your will to kind of make this person shut up, make that shut up, make that shut up, and silence everything and cut everything off. And that's the way to find peace. And what the universe is kind of telling you to do is, no, that's not true peace. That's only temporary peace. So what you do is you solve these things right here, and then you're able to bring that in where it's from the universe. It's not the one that you've created. This is from the universe. It's not a false sense of security. This is something that if you do the work, it is something that anchors itself down. 4 is a number of stability, okay, of building something. So this is telling you to trust in that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards here so we can kind of get an idea of what we have going on. Let's see here. Let me shuffle these just a bit. But yeah, good stuff. Everybody, you know what? Every reading so far, positivity coming in. Good positivity coming in. I don't know what's going on planetarily, but this is a new start for you. And even if it's not a new start, physically, it's a new energy cycle that you're into because you have the Fool card, and that's all about a new beginning. Okay? Me with this shuffle today. Sorry, guys. I mean, I've already shuffled these cards anyway, but still. Let's see, Spirit, what messages do you have for sign of Scorpio? What message do you have for the sign of Scorpio? All right, yes, the sun. This is a time of celebration, of joy. Things coming to the light because you're choosing to see things from the true perspective, okay? That you're always connected to abundance. You're always connected to winning. Look at this right here. This person that looks like they're looking up at the sun. This is you following your true essence, your true light, your uniqueness, and this is you getting back on your path, okay? This is expansion coming into your life. This is growth coming into your life. Whatever the sun touches, it blossoms, okay? It blooms. It turns into something greater. And this is you focusing your energy, right, like I said, on the positive. And with that, those things start to grow. This could be some things coming. This is all about truth. So these are things coming to the light, and truth is connecting to this dragon. When you're really, really understanding yourself, it's all about the solar plexus chakra. This is where you're coming into your own power, and your confidence is increasing. The sun is the card of Leo, so it's all about that confidence in oneself, okay? Just celebrating oneself, okay? And this is where you're starting to come back into your power and starting to put yourself back out in the sun, to put yourself back out in the world, okay? So you can be seen, all right? So you can see the world. So this is you reconnecting back to that part of yourself. So really, really, really good right there, okay? You have the 1 and 9, so together it's a 10, so that's a sign of completion in cards, okay? So we have the sun. Oh, okay. Then 2 things wanted to come out. All right. And look, I'm going to go ahead and put them like this because I believe that this is a message together. And this is where you're saying you have the Queen of Swords, which is a supporter of truth and protection, okay? So it could be an air sign that's coming in, helping you to be able to recreate your life, or to be able to bring you to this truth, or helping you see your power within yourself. Or this could just be an opportunity bringing itself back, okay? Maybe some kind of judgment or some type of ruling or some type of legal document with the Queen of Swords or something like that, or some type of contract is coming back around. So I just keep on seeing that opportunity. But furthermore, the Queen of Swords energy here is the approach that you're taking to these tower moments, okay? When this where we feel like the universe is throwing a curveball at us, and when things are falling apart, okay? Even this could even be home, as I'm kind of looking at this, like things not really going great with home. So if you were having a tough time adjusting to being at home, or to your home life and things like that, this is where where you're being able to have the victory over those things because you're able to cut yourself away from the negative thinking. The Tower card is like, oh my God, the world's over. I didn't expect this. What am I going to do? And the Queen of Swords is where you're cutting yourself. You're cutting the. I want to say the spirit is kind of telling me the act, cutting off the act. Okay. So when I'm saying the act, it's like the routine that you guys do whenever things start to go away. And you know what? Let me tell you what it is. What I'm kind of getting here with this is with the sun, because it's living in truth. And oh look, supporter of truth. Okay, I didn't even see that. This is what it is. Sometimes, we don't even realize that the subconscious does things to us like this. But the thing is, you guys are so, I'm not going to say numb to things changing, but you guys are so okay with change that it's almost like maybe you kind of put on this act like you're not. And it's really not as serious as, how am I trying to say this? Like, to make you not seem odd or weird that, hey, your life is falling apart, but you're not crumbling, you kind of start to act like the other people around you because they act like that, because they don't have it within them to know that it's going to be okay. But naturally, you guys know that through change, you're going to come out. The Scorpio is a card of death, transformation. We're talking about the butterfly. We're talking about the phoenix. We know that when a crumbling comes down, that it's cutting something out of our life with the Queen of Swords, but it's going to build us better. It's going to make us be more in a space of truth. Okay. And this is where you're starting to just skip the middle part where there's the melodrama, and you're going right to, okay, this is cutting something out of my life. This is restructuring. This is when anything doesn't go right, I'm going to trust that it's restructuring my life. Okay. So that I can be on a more sturdy foundation with the 4 here. The opportunity is it's opening me up for the opportunities of the universe right there. Okay. You have the Hermit card here, which is next. So this is where we're really going inside, and this is where we're going inside. We're having this enlightenment right here because we're using this time to introspect and go into ourselves. This is where we're going into the subconscious. This is where we're tapping into our own wisdom. And when we start, sometimes I think that when we're in life, we just keep going and keep going and keep going, and we don't realize that we're building this wealth, this library of these experiences that we've been through, that we've already overcome. That if we were to just think back on it for 5 minutes, we'll say, oh, this looks like that situation again. Guess this is not a tower moment. I've already been through this. Truthfully, I've already been through this. Okay, cool. Let's find something else to do. Let's just rearrange ourselves and navigate and turn this in a different direction. Okay. So this is that hermit thing, okay? And if there was a period of time where you were, sometimes the hermit is the energy of Virgo. So sometimes there could be this I just kind of feel like this being critical of yourself, of the way that you when you have these more negative emotions, like I shouldn't feel like this, like almost like reject. It's still just like this thing of rejecting the things that aren't so positive. Okay. And look, one thing I wanted to tell you is, for some of you, some of the things that are happening right now, or some of the things in the past that have been cut out of your life, were to protect you from being able to have this collapse of everything falling down at a certain part. So, at a certain point. So some of these things, like with the opportunity beckons, we were talking about the 4 of Cups. Some of these opportunities here, did not happen or take place because it wasn't the right time, and the universe wanted to make that opportunity the right one for you. So that is what has gone on here. It's been some protection here, okay? And it may have made you go into this state of where you just kind of been by yourself, you kind of been to yourself, and you kind of just been digging within. This could be going back over a lot of the memories or a lot of the experiences and things that you've had with people that have brought you to this point, and you're starting to really sort them out, whatever that may mean for you, because it could mean a number of things. It could mean reestablishing a relationship or healing a relationship with someone, but most importantly, healing a relationship with yourself, Let's see. All right. And yeah, the world, this cycle is coming to an end. This is the beginning of the new. So let me tell you, you got the World card, which is 21, which reduces down to 3. This is a 3 right here. So this is all about getting back. When I see threes to me are about being in tune with spirit, and you guys working together towards a common goal. Okay, your higher self, spirit, and your ego working hand in hand to be able to ascend you where you're going, and to have the World card, which is the last card of the major arcana, or arcana, which are the more serious places in life. Like these cards, actually, The whole reading is this is a major card, major card, major card, major card, major card. You have 5 major cards in one reading. So this is a big, big shift in your energy and in your life at this time. But for one, the world is the last card. This is where you're stepping through. This is this forward moment in this movement. And this is where one cycle of your life is ending, one way of thinking of yourself, and one energy cycle and one life cycle is ending. And then you have the Fool, which is the very next card, because after the world comes the Fool. So you're going through this significant change in your life. This is a really, really important time, okay? And I'll pull one more card here, and then we'll clarify. One more card. Oh, look, okay. And then because of that, guess what? Everything that you've been wanting is going to come. Abundant legacy avenue. Okay, this is the 10 of Pentacles. This is that balance and the stability that you've been looking for. This is that happy life. This is that picket fence life. This is abundance. This is generational wealth. So if some of you are doing business, are you thinking like, oh, will I ever be able to provide for my family? Yes, you will, as long as you keep your positivity up. Okay, I'm looking at this right here. You see this infinity sign that's sitting over the world. You're always connected to this infinite abundance of the universe, as long as you choose to see that opportunity within yourself. Okay. This could definitely be a move or something like that. I'm kind of seeing it here. If somewhere that you've been living hasn't been working for you, like a city or a particular apartment or home or something like that, this may be where you're trusting to go ahead and take this opportunity to move somewhere different, to move to a different place, to another city or something like that. So I'm kind of getting that as well. So let's go ahead and clarify these with my, and I want to go ahead and make sure that I shout out this deck, because I really, really like it. It's Life is a Board Game Tarot. It's by Crystal Banner. The name of the thing is, the name of her company is Kaleidoscope, okay? It's Kaleida, Kaleidodope, I'm sorry, KALEIDADOPE.com. And I really think it's a really, really cool deck, and I really like it because I love Monopoly. So let me make sure I showed you this card. I'll show you the world. The world is cute right there. Okay. And this could even be you with the 9 and with the Hermit in the World card. This could be you studying, looking up on the web. You're looking at opportunities on the web. And, maybe some of you can be doing something online or something like that. Okay, to try to further yourself. So I know my sister is a Scorpio. I think my sister's taking classes again. Taking classes online again. So it could even be something like that, where you're in school, where you're taking courses to be able to better yourself or something like that, or to bring abundance in. So if that's the start of it, was something like going back to online school, that's definitely something you can do. It's the perfect time for you to try to get back in something like that, if that's something that's been coming up, because you kind of have this, you're able to find this quiet time here with the Hermit, or this peace to where you can make it through. Okay, so we're going to clarify. Let's see. Clarify the sign card, Spirit. All right, 2 cards. So you got the Hierophant. And you got the 8 of Swords. Yeah, so this is what I was saying. So I kind of got this feeling here. This is where, with these 2 right here, I kind of feel like this is you acting kind of all tied up, or like it's the end of the world. But I'm only feeling like that's because that's what everybody else does with the Hierophant. It's all about tradition. I feel like it's just because that's how that's how you feel like you're supposed to act in those situations, but that's not naturally how you want to act in those situations. So if you can understand what I'm saying, it's like, for example, literally just happened before I got here. I hit my leg on the corner of my bed as I was going around the bed, straightening up my room earlier. And I was going to say, ah. Then I was like, I was going to yell like, ow. Then I stopped myself. I was like, I don't really have to do that. Like, it doesn't hurt that bad. Like, what made me want to just like yell out? Like, it was just this automatic response to be able to act like that. Like, oh my God, I fell. Like, I used to do that when I was a kid. I would fall off the bike, and then I was like, okay, I can cry because this hurts. So if I keep on riding the bike, maybe it won't hurt. And I would keep riding the bike, and then it wouldn't hurt. I mean, I probably have to get a Band-Aid, but it wouldn't hurt as much because of the way that I program my mind to think about it. And this is you kind of bringing truth to this. Like, hey, these things, you feel like that about life. I don't feel like that about life. Those things happen to you, and that's true for you. But these things are not true for me. And I'm breaking the tradition of feeling like I have to be tied down or weighed down by the opinions and the thoughts of others, and I'm releasing myself into my truth from being in this space of being limited and having this box around me for what I can and can't do based on how I do and how I don't feel. So this is you kind of coming out of that space with the Eight of Wands here and releasing yourself, because look, once again, this is only you keeping yourself tied up. These swords are not capturing this person, are not keeping them in. And then look here, here's this castle and things that you have access to, which is giving me this abundant avenue right here. The thing that you're looking for has always been in view, in sight. Okay, it's just all about the systems and the boundaries and the boxes that you set for yourself. So if you free yourself from the box and you free everyone else from you, I mean, you free keeping other people in the box as well, because it's not just about the way that you treat yourself, it's about the way that you treat others as well. And if you create that box for other people, then in turn you create it for yourself. So as you start to release some of those things, some of these things that we put in the back of our subconscious to not deal with, you start to free yourself into how much you can move around. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clarify the Tower here, because we already know why the Queen of Swords is here, so I'm going to clarify that. Let's see. Spirit, clarify the Tower for me. Clarify this Tower for me. Oh yeah, so look, the Six of Wands. So yeah, this is totally, once again, this is you saying, okay, yeah, this is falling apart, but guess what? I'm still going to be successful. I'm still going to keep on pushing forward. Yeah, that didn't go right, but I'm still going to keep on doing it. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to get back up. I'm going to try again. Okay? And because you're doing that, you're able to bring about the structure that you need in your life, the rebuilding, the newness that you need in your life. You're able to bring that in because you're walking in the direction of it and you're moving like you're victorious already. And that comes from understanding the truth is that you've already done it. Even in this moment, guess what? You're still victorious. It doesn't matter what moments you think back of in your life or that you can go to in the future. You're always victorious in it. Okay? If you choose to think that way. All right? That's a reality that exists just as much as this reality does too. Okay, so this is thinking the more positive thoughts before we go down, down negativity lane. All right, so let's see here, clarify the Hermit. Okay, and this is that introspection. This is where we're finding that wisdom from, because we're taking the time to silence some of the things around us, some of the noise around us, and even ourselves, so that we can be able to understand what our emotions are trying to tell us. Okay, clarify the Hermit spirit. Okay, that's too many. I think that's too many cards. No. I'll take those. Okay. All right. So yeah. So the Nine of Swords, maybe something really caused you to be in this space to where you've been having this anxiety, this anxiousness or whatever, wondering when things are going to come back full circle, when things are going to be back in balance, especially with the Six of Pentacles, where the Five of Pentacles is a place of lack. It's a place of being without. It's a place of those negative or lower thoughts. So you've been kind of wondering. You went into hermit mode to try to figure out how to come from this to this, okay? How to come from this stress and this anxiety I don't have. I'm always thinking these thoughts are always keeping me trapped and captured. And you're going into this space of like, okay, I need to figure out how I can put myself back in the flow of life. Why is life not giving to me or giving back to me what it is that I'm giving to it? And I think that something in your spirit lets you know that, hey, if I'm putting all of this in, something should be coming back. So this is where you're looking around and you're examining, okay, where you've put your intentions into, what things have been giving you this headache, what things have been causing you to stress out, and ways that you can bring balance to those situations that have been putting you there. So this is you going in September trying to figure that out. But also too, this is where you're bringing, because of that, you're bringing in this stability in your finances, in your life, where there may not have been before. This is you trying to bring harmony back to those situations and for all these things that have kind of kept you stuck in this space right here. Okay, which is staying up late at night, anxiety, being in your head, being a prisoner to your thoughts. Okay, this is where you're coming out of that phase. So let's see what the World card has for us here. Spirit, what is the World? Why is the World card here? All right, boom, we have the World card here. Look, so yeah. Totally, an opportunity is coming back. Opportunity beckons. This could be a call. This could be a message coming in through the 1st through the 15th about some type of abundance or some type of something. Now, I do feel like with this, I tell people with the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles just gets excited about the seed, okay? So this is where I'm looking at this card, opportunity beckons, and then I'm looking at trust. So I believe that whatever this opportunity is, it may not look like its full potential as it comes in. So once again, if you are choosing to do something like this as a student, okay? All the pages are students, okay? This could be where you're learning something. So for some of you, I even feel like it could be a trade. It may not necessarily be that you're going back to school for a full, you know, to be a doctor or to be this. Maybe some of you are, it could be that, but maybe some of you are going to school for a particular trade, something that you can use your hands, that you're learning how to do something with your hands over the internet, okay? Or something to do with the earth. Like I keep on bringing up my sister, but it's funny because everything I say, I'm like, I'm not saying this because of her, but I'm thinking like my sister is taking up plants, right? So it's making me think of something like that. But it's some type of hobby that involves your hands or something like that that you're kind of looking at. And this could be maybe just your happy place that you're finding right now in this time where you're by yourself. You're finding something that you can put your energy and time into. But other than that, this is a message that may come in on the internet. So like I said, it could be if you've applied for a job or something like that, it could be an opportunity to do it again. Or maybe you couldn't get the job in the position that you wanted, but there's a starting position and then you can start and work your way up. So this is kind of something that builds itself perpetually, but this is one pinnacle. So this is the Ace of Pentacles, right? So this is where you start off with 1, but look at where you end up at. You end up with 10, okay? So it's something that's kind of starts off a little bit slow. It could come through the form of somebody that's like an earth sign, so a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. But yeah, this is some type of message of abundance coming in for you, and it could come in through email, through the internet, or something like that. Or maybe it's someone seeing your skills or seeing what you're doing on the internet, and then from that, there's an opportunity that's extended to you. But just keep in mind, my warning with this card is just to make sure that that you don't overlook things that are you don't overlook things that are that tend to be small. This is the card of an earth sign, and particularly it's just calling me to think about Taurus because you have the Hierophant here, you have the 6 of Pentacles here, which we call the young Hierophant, and then you have the Page of Pentacles here. So it's a lot of Taurus energy, which is very fertile energy, which is planting a seed and letting it grow. It's also the opposite sign of you guys, so so you guys have that energy in your back corner, right, to be able to use at any given time to be able to develop or to form whatever structure you want to place in your life. Okay, so this is why they're kind of saying, look, you have the power within you to rebuild anything that breaks apart. You have the 4 here. The opportunity is always there for you to rebuild things, but it just comes from you standing fully in your power. And that's what the King of Cups is. The King of Cups is a water sign, but particularly for me, he's a Scorpio, okay? So this is you coming into your into your own power by what? By being able to control yourself. You see how waters represent emotion. You see how these boats in the back are everywhere, kind of floating around. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. Yeah. Fish are kind of jumping, water's going every which way. But look, once again, this king is not looking back at those emotions. This king is not looking down at at his cup, right? He is focusing upwards. He's using his intuition, and this is an intuitive king, okay? He goes based off of his feeling. And when I'm saying feelings, I'm not meaning the ones that are lower vibration. It's like, I'm going to trust my inner voice, okay? This inner voice that you're getting here in the 9 that you're connecting with right here, which allows these opportunities to come into play. So this is you. This could be a water sign that this comes, that this is with. So once again, I said this is Scorpio, but it could also be a Pisces or a Cancer that comes in to kind of facilitate or help you to be able to get to this point. Or it could be your significant other could be one. But if not, this is just you. This is you standing in your full power, having emotional control and balance, and not letting your emotions kind of keep you from your abundance that they're meant to tell you things. But like this king, okay, yes, I see the ship, I see the fish, but I'm still sitting sturdy in my power. This is a cement throne sitting in the middle of the ocean. So it's very, very stable and stayed, even though things behind him are kind of moving all over the place, okay? And this is you been able to get there, okay? So this is what I have from the tarot cards. So let's just go ahead and pull a couple of cards from some oracle decks to try to get some advice here. And I really, you know what I want to pull first? Actually, since I had a lot of money things in abundance, I should have a rule like 3 or more Pentacle cards. We're gonna pull a Angels of Abundance card, okay? So let me shuffle these up so we can get serious advice for you as far as your finances at this time. Spirit, what do we have for the finances for Scorpio? What do we have for career, finance, and abundance? What do we have for career, finance, and abundance for Scorpio at this time? What do we have for career, finance, and abundance for Scorpio at this time? All right. So you got the... Let me see. Anything else, Spirit? Okay. All right. Ooh, okay. This might be you guys as the cards right here because they just started popping now. All right. All right. It's let's see. Look. Okay. Okay. All right. 4 good cards. We're going to make this real quick, okay? Because I did not plan on 4 cards coming out, but Spirit did not say the same thing. So first thing that we have is clearing depths, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you what this means for me, what I intuit this card as. Once again, look at that rainbow in the sky. Remember, we were talking about the rainbow earlier and things coming into balance, but this is also where these things that you have had kind of like hidden in the back, sitting in the back that you just not, it's almost like, let's just say these energetic bills that you haven't paid. Like every time a situation happens, instead of resolving it, you put it in this little closet. It's saying to clear those things out, but I don't even think this is something that you're having to kind of go into doing. This is something that you're already presently doing. That's what's making this situation kind of unfold this way, because you're doing that. You're starting to dig into some of those things, and as you clean out that emotional closet with some of those deeper things, deeper, darker things, you open up the space to be able to free yourself. See how light and free flowing and flying this person is in the air on the trust card, and this is that free yourself energy that kind of takes you out of there. Once you start to deal with some of these swords, it's not that they've ever captured you, but you won't even feel like they are if you didn't have them there. You see what I'm saying? So this is where you're clearing out some of those things right there. But in a more tangible sense, this is where if you have anything right now, abundance is getting ready to flow into your life. So it's a good time to go ahead and clear the energy of having any financial debts in your life, okay? Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing the topic and making a plan to clear obligations and avoid future ones as well. So very good, because I feel like you guys are already there. I don't feel like that's something that I'm telling you because you need to get to learn that. It's something that I feel like you're already there doing. So let's see which one I'm going to go with next. Okay, Spirit, which one would you have me to go with next? All right, declutter. All right. So once again, same message, clearing out, decluttering. Okay. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others and who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Okay. So once again, she's sitting on this moon. The world is in her hand. But this is where we are letting go. Once again, it's the same message as this card right here. It's the same. This is where you are decluttering, letting go of all of those little things, getting very clear about what it is that you want, and being very clear about what direction that you're moving in with this right here. We're no longer blindfolded to where we don't know. Now our eye is kind of open, to being able to see these opportunities for ourselves. And we're putting ourselves in alignment as we start to see those, because the universe has always wanted you to see the potential in yourself that way. So this is where we're decluttering right there. And then this is where it's saying, okay, next is it's safe for you to receive. Okay. So this is where you're putting yourself back into being able to say, you know what, I'm going to take whatever the world gives me, whatever opportunities come my way. Remember what I was saying? Oh God, I got to find this card again. Okay. So let's see. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups that I was showing you guys earlier, it's the same thing. It's where, once again, opportunity beckons, like we got right there. But also, too, this is where, oh, there it is. This is where you may have felt unworthy of receiving, or where you may have felt like you didn't deserve it at that time, or you may have been pretending like you didn't deserve it. Because if you pretend like that based on these things right here, like I was saying earlier, then the universe doesn't know that you're pretending. You're just kind of forcing things away, or you're forcing yourself not to feel. These are emotions as well. Okay, so this is where you're opening yourself to receiving whatever it is that the universe has for you, especially in terms of emotions, but in terms of abundance and tangible things as well. Okay. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. So you kind of see here, these arms are kind of open to receiving, okay? Trusting that the universe is going to provide for you as long as you're on your path with the sun here, okay? So this is what we have here. And then last but not least, employment change, okay? So just to sum this up, if this was about a job or something like that, remember what I was saying, please apply for the job again. This could be like a career shift or a career change in your life, that the opportunity may have been closed off before, but it may be maybe bringing itself or presenting itself again, okay? It says, Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive change to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. So, boom, that's like really, really good to have right there. So, if you guys have been thinking about, and even for you guys who it isn't an employment change, this is just a change to your abundance and what you're able to draw in, because we're ending with the abundant legacy avenue, and this is going to help you. If you have a business, elevate the business. If you're working a current job, maybe making more money or moving to another position. And if you're looking for a career change, this could be that career change coming through. If you were thinking about taking up school, maybe that's something that does get you to the employment change. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just kicking everything around. It does get you to that point. So, yeah, that's totally that. And then I want to pull. I said I was gonna just pull those because it was 4 and it was supposed to be 1, but Spirit had a message for you. And anytime I get all these cards that have to do with like job or money, I definitely want to take a look and see what the Angels of Abundance have to say. I love that deck too. All right, let's see here, Spirit. All right, what does Spirit have for you here? So envy, okay, but I kind of have this in reverse here. So what I'm gonna say here is this. This could be you coming out of a time, or you making sure that you stay from around people who are kind of envious of you, because I kind of feel like they may contribute to this right here, okay, to affecting your confidence with yourself. I kind of feel that right there. So this is just a word that I'm kind of getting with that right here, but kind of look at this person right here, how they're coming out of this darkness, and then they're opening themselves up to this newness, okay? This abundance that's here. That's this 10 of Pentacles. This 10 of Pentacles, this abundance legacy avenue. That's what they're looking. She's looking at the street sign. The street sign says what? Abundant legacy avenue. Okay? So let me read that to you. All right, and then you know what? I want to go ahead and just pull. I'm gonna go ahead and pull one more card. How about that? Put the envy right here. Now what I'm gonna do for envy is I'm gonna read the whole thing. Something's telling me to read the whole thing when we open up the book. Instead of just doing the reverse meaning, I'm gonna read the whole thing so you can get both meanings, the positive and the, you know, the things to look out for. Okay. Okay. You know, I'm not gonna even question that. We've been having 3 cards all day. I'm going to just take these cards again. You guys are going to have the longest reading here, okay? The crumbling. What things are you clinging on to? So this reminds me of the Tower right here. So this is where things are falling apart. So this is asking you to, once again, let go of all of those things that are keeping you tied down. These things are just illusions, and this is being brought to the light with the sun. Anything that was in the darkness at this time, if you were to dig inside of yourself to try to find truth with the Hermit, and trust it with the truth, with things being brought to the light, you're really going to see a lot about yourself that helps you go a way further than you were ever able to kind of get before. So we have that, what are you clinging on to? And this is all about that letting go right there. We have dance with life. So do something to change your energy, which I think that you're already doing. But this is where Scorpio, we need to focus on doing activities that make us happy. Once again, going back to my sister with plants, okay, y'all gonna probably know my sister by the end of this. With taking up a hobby like plants or something that you can dedicate yourself to. I was just telling a friend about this the other day, that when you do something you can dedicate yourself to, it gives you the validation in the thing that you're doing every day. That kind of boosts your confidence. It kind of helps you because you're saying, yes, I did that. Like, you may not be great. I always tell people all the time, I work out a lot, and I always tell them, look, you may go to work and it may not be great. You may not be a great husband or a great wife that day. You may not be a great parent that day. But if you invest in yourself, if you start your day with you and end it with you, and give yourself some type of task that you can dedicate yourself to every day, that's something that no one else can kind of mess with your confidence about. That's solely with you. So create things in your life that you can kind of keep the, you know how you measure kids, that you can kind of keep the mark of how much you're growing based on that. Not solely on that, but it can definitely help you a lot. So find you an activity that kind of puts you, that makes you feel, that makes you live and have fun. Once again, even the sun card is the sun on the typical card. It's about play. It's about laughter. It's about joy and happiness and letting your inner child run free. And this is where we need to be able to have things that breaks us, it energetically breaks us away from this right here, as we start to live more in our truth and have more fun and laughter and bringing that back into your life. And once again, trust your path. So you're in and out the reading with trust again, okay? Trust again. This is the last card I'm going to pull. So it's saying, trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? So we're going to read those two right here. Let's see. Envy. All right. Lack and dissatisfaction. This card upright shows a woman holding a huge pearl in one hand and a platter of coin and pearls in the other. She stands in a silver room looking out at a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already, but she ignores that and longs for shining prosperity she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, her desire for more causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction, and that energy shows in her dress. This card upright is telling you to let go of jealousy and acknowledge the blessings you already have in your life. Now is the time to shift your focus. After all, when you envy others, it only attracts more to them, not you. Notice all that you have and thank the universe for it. If this card is near appreciation in your spread, this message is doubly important. Now is the time to move from a consciousness, or I'm sorry, we don't have that card here, but now is the time to move from a consciousness of lack to one of value. With this shift, all things change. Once again, this is what you're doing. This is the shift that I was talking about, starting to see it that way and seeing that you're the only thing that's keeping you from being able to walk through that little archway right there. It's nobody else, okay? This card reverse, which it came out as. So that was my warning. Gave you the bad. Now let's give you the good. This card reverse heralds a great time of joy and appreciation. Your choice to shift your focus from future longing to present gratitude creates a significant difference in your energy field and moves out in a dramatic and radiant way to attract more to you. You know that you can keep your eye on future goals without losing sight of your present gifts. So continue to release any old feelings of envy or lack whenever those thoughts or emotions come up. You're well on your way to a completely gratifying life, okay? And your genuine acknowledgement of value within and all around you will only keep drawing more value to you. So the affirmation is this. So this is what we want to keep as our affirmation from the 1st to the 15th. One of them, okay? I let go of lack. I look at blessings in my life with joy and satisfaction. I am glad, okay? And I'll put this here so y'all can screenshot it if you need to see it over and over again and go back to it. There you go right there. And then let's go ahead and tap on the Trust Your Path card from our handy dandy Work Your Light Oracle deck. All right. So Trust Your Path, 54. Let's see. I feel like I read this card like every 2 days. I should know it by heart by now. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north. Now, remember, look at this person looking upwards, okay? Looking towards the north. Upwards, towards the north. You got another one. Well, no, the king is not really looking that way. But even I'll even take him right there, looking towards the north, okay? He ain't the north, but it's still looking in a different direction other than these tower moments that are going on in your life, okay? So there we go with that. Bam. All right. But to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, guess what? You can't go wrong, okay? The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest calling of their soul because they are waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year, you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you were planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and lead your soul. And let your soul lead the way. And then here's the thing. If you knew you would be supported no matter what would you do? Okay. So ending with that. And let's just say, I just want to go ahead and relate that Trust Your Path one more time to the Page of Pentacles, because it may be something that you're beginning or you're starting here that starts off really little. But one thing I always say about this is we are seed planters. We are seed planters. We're not supposed to sit there every day and wait on the seed to to turn into something. Our job is just to plan it. So if you've been called to do something, just do it. You may not understand where it's going to take you, but trust that that's going to take you in that right direction when the opportunity presents itself. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys for the month of September. Well, September 1st through 15th. I'll come back and do another reading for the rest of the month, if God says the same. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment down below if this reading resonates with you. I am available for one-on-ones. That information will be down below, and also the information to be able to donate to my channel is there as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. Have a great month, Scorpio.